Okay. So this is, I don't even know if you guys can like see this because it is so small. Anyway, that's me on Discord, right? That's me on Discord. That is like part one of Discord of me talking about this idea. They did address that fan that got kicked out of the live stream. I was in the live chat yesterday. He was having a live stream tonight, State of the Union. Oh, okay, cool. Um, you just, what up, Jamie? You just joined? Oh, what? You just joined the Discord? Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am going to read this through. Um, I'm gonna read it from the Discord, but like it's the idea of that like we should have a conversation about it. Yes, thank you for joining the Discord. I hope that you guys can see it. But I'll read it. Oh, and the only reason why like I wanted to do this is because I already had the idea to talk about AEW and like the mess that it's been in, and whatnot. But everything that happened that pushed this, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I have double the high fives from everybody in the comments section of the previous video, and then behind the scenes. That now I think that we should have this conversation because for some reason, no one is holding Tony Khan accountable, and no matter how many times we say that, he should be held accountable for stuff, nobody really does it. Everyone throws in softball questions when he gets interviewed. No one pushes back on him, and the only reason why like there should be pushback is because he's the one that says that he oversees everything. He basically is the CEO. He gets the last word. He gets the last say. Like he is boss. He's like really so high up on the food chain. I can't think of another word, but he's so high up in like the corporate ladder that there should be some pushback to him. The same way, and again, I don't want to make this into a WWE versus AEW thing, but just hear me out. The same way that like Vince will get a little bit of pushback on some stuff, where Triple H will get a little bit of pushback on some stuff, but Tony Khan doesn't get a pushback. Like, if you're going to say that you are the be all end all of AEW, and there's a bunch of baggage that comes with AEW, meaning like the dirt sheets and all the false reports, whether it's true or not, no sorries for whatever the dirt sheets put out, the freaking smear campaigns against wrestlers, all this shit that we know for 5 years. And there's no pushback. There's no like, Tony, why would you do this? Tony, like, this is the perception of AEW. Like, it's not growing because they have not, accepted the stuff that's wrong to move on to a new page, TK does not like to be disagreed with. He only finally went back on Busted Open when Bully stayed away, which is true. I saw that. That whole thing is, man. One of my issues with Tony is that you can tell he has never been in a spot where he had to work from the bottom up. That is true. We can all see it. We can see this in real time. Like working in construction with long hours of hard work and guys yelling all day. Man, like we all yell. We all know that. Even in retail, man. Retail does the same shit. Okay. I am going to read this to you guys verbatim because there's nothing here. Okay, so I'm just going to skip ahead, right? Because I already explained like the situation. I explained like the agenda of what's going to be happening today on the live stream. So this is where it's important. And it says, I truly want to have an open and honest discussion. Even if AEW and Tony Khan doesn't want to implement it, you might think that'll be a loss for us or have a mood of why try? And I'll say this. The internet gives voices to all, good, bad, ugly, engagement farmers. So why not just talk about the issue? At least we'll have the footprint. We'll have the forever audio video file in the digital space of the internet, like so many others that use their voice to speak up, out, against, educate, and more on a daily basis. I still want AEW to succeed because it's good for wrestlers to be at and showcase what they have. But at this current state, it's looking more and more like getting buried in the right sense of the word. Think about it. MLW has a revolving door that allows wrestlers to come and go as they please, but sometimes won't be a mainstay due to creative or money issues. It's always one or the other, and that is just how life is. Life is about creative and money issues. Obviously, I love MLW, so like no disrespect to how they do things, but that's being business conscious right there. NJPW is picky with who they sign and have a handshake deal with, so wrestlers aren't often a mainstay. We see this right now. Currently, we have Best of the Super Junior of the Tag League tournament, and there's only 12 in total of tag teams that are A and B. Nobody knew except for the Velocities. I don't count Tiger Mask and El Captain as a new tag team. I really don't. But the Velocities are a new tag team, which I am very happy that they finally got into New Japan Pro Wrestling for this tournament specifically. I did watch their match between Aussie Open, and that was a really fantastic match. So I go on to say WWE is filled up, even though they keep taking people, even if they allow them to take outside bookings. TNA feels like they have a cap on who can be a mainstay or not. The point is AEW can help everyone out, but lack of leadership and structure makes you think otherwise, right? Let me see if anyone has any comments. Cool. Oh, okay. You guys are good. you guys are good. No worries. Okay. So that's the first part. And of course, if you agree with any of that, hit that like button. This is just me being very like open and honest about like why I want to do it, you know? And by the way, you cannot please like everyone and you cannot please everyone, okay? That includes like as being a content creator and having fans and having like supporters and haters and everybody else. You can't like, please everybody. You can't. No, Miro got released out of his contract. The last time that I checked, that is what I heard. Unless I'm wrong. But yeah, so what do you call it? I think he is officially out of his contract. Okay, College Guy says, I like to share this. I fully got into New Japan Pro Wrestling by 2019. All the way. I need some water. I'm so sorry. I tried to escape AEW for Sirius. Then not long after AEW pillages New Japan with their nonsense. So I had to look elsewhere. And I talked about them pillaging it. I did. Yo, Robs, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Tony is in a very unique position in that he has control not seen since Vince fully took over from his father until WCW. What the hell? Truly pushed him close enough to closing his doors that he had to change. That is true. Thank you for bringing up that point. That is true. Oh, he asked for his, okay. See, this is why, like, I need people to come here to make sure that like I say the right things or don't say the right things. There we go. Okay, so basically Gio has it correct. That Miro did ask for his release. And Gio follows up saying that no news if it's been granted. Which is true, you're totally right. Now that I think about it, he asked for his release. I don't think he got it yet. Yeah, he didn't get it yet. Now that I think about it. Okay, so now we're on to part 2. And again, if you are, agreeing with stuff, you can just hit that like button. That helps out. So I continued on in my Discord, right? Because I really wanted to get this, like, off my chest. Because I was like, yo, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it right. Okay, I want to do it right. Okay, so this is me talking about what I want to do in the wrestling community and like what I want to do with the Discord and like how my brand helps, I guess. You know what? I'll just read it. I would like to do things different in the wrestling community, and even though we're growing, I like that to reflect here in the Discord. So if you have not joined the Discord, please join the Discord if you want to. The Square Circle Podcast is not only a show that reviews wrestling, have interviews, vlogs, and takes you on my wrestling journey where I promise to be much better in 2025, whatever 2025 may hold, I don't know. But to also analyze the business and sometimes analyze the miserable wrestling community we see on Twitter, which is our main source of consumption. And if you do not like that I said miserable wrestling community, then you might be a part of that little section, because there are different sections in the wrestling community where people are not miserable and you can have a wonderful conversation with them. I'm no stranger to calling out rude fans who think they know more or want to assert their dominance for strange reasons onto myself and my brand. I've done it before, and I've nicknamed these specific podcast episodes as diss tracks. They're in my back catalog. I call them as diss tracks. And no, I cannot rap. I'll sound like Ethan Page. If you guys don't know, Ethan Page put out a diss track to Trick Williams, and if I ever attempted to make an actual diss rap, I don't know. Like, I can't rap. When I speak about doing things different, I mean being honest, being transparent, and always giving at least a couple of ideas, suggestions on how to improve the product, the segment, the promo, the character work, whatever it calls for, right? That's what I truly believe. Oh, no, I skipped ahead. I'm so sorry. It's about giving back to a fandom and an art called pro wrestling, instead of just taking and taking and taking and taking. That's what I truly believe happened when AEW and Tony Khan took over. We could throw the Elite there for added measure, but Tony Khan's urgency to be liked and his obsession with pleasing others, get your mind out of the gutters, guys, out of the gutter, has led us to this breaking point over the past 5 years. No one is perfect. No company is perfect. I've always believed that. But we can make wrestling a little better than it was yesterday. Anyways, thanks for allowing me to tell you this and everything like that. And I hope to see you in chat, which you guys are currently in chat. There are some other stuff too. So I just wanted to quickly mention that in the newsletter that I wrote, I basically have this idea of, I want to try to include everyone's voice, but I really can't. So my two choices are, one, to have individual interviews to discuss the state of AEW. So it could be focused on various sections to help AEW improve. So it's number one, right? Number two will be a panel of guests to talk about multiple topics on how AEW can improve, including going over things liked and disliked, and including the outside drama from dirt sheets that perpetuate the drama with no backtracking or the no sorries. An example, the smear campaign against CM Punk, we all remember how that went down, and it was harmful to everyone in the business of AEW and CM Punk, regardless of Punk getting the silver lining to be back at WWE. It's accountability not taken by dirt sheets. So the question could be, does a smear campaign like that hurt the brand of the company? And would that turn away fans or get fans invested? And if it does get a fan invested, what does that look like? So we could ask questions like that on the panel to the panel of guests. These are just brainstorming ideas. And again, I do not want this to be a gotcha moment, a bashing of AEW, or anything bad under the sun. I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be a bashing. I want it to be an honest, open conversation with different voices that give a different perspective to different questions that could be asked about the state of AEW and how to improve upon it. And MD, I am so glad you joined the chat and you joined the live stream. Yes, I can read. Yes, I can read, sir. So I just want to put that out there. So if you guys in the chat want to tell me whether or not we should have individual, I mean, you guys could tell me in the Discord, but it's a matter of like individual interviews with people or a roundtable discussion. Okay, cool. Yo, LC Killer, what's up? La, 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 la. Okay, so hold on. I want to read my comments. I want to read my people. What's up? Let's see what's here. La, la, la. Rob says, Tony only has to answer to his father, whom would be the only way of affecting his financial stream, and or has his television distributors in Warner that may have a small interest in the company. Which is true. End of September. I have no idea what that means. Great to see you, Marie. Fight that good fight. Love the passion and open-minded approach to the topic. Thank you. Okay. They are absolutely miserable. Yes. There is that small little subsection of fans that are absolutely miserable. I feel like you guys can't really see my face. Or maybe you can. Okay. Yeah, which is cool. Trick loved it. I'm just saying that like I would sound like, I think that I would be like Ethan Page. Like if I ever try to basically rap. That would be great. Okay, cool. I already addressed MD, but MD, thank you for being here again. You overthink, so when I speak or type, it's like having a deep breath when in post. Okay. Now you're good, Andrew. Don't worry. No worries, Andrew. Yo, Dr. White Chocolate. I was about to call you Dr. Wrestling Community again. Yo, Dr. White Chocolate, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the chat. Jamie, panel will be amazing, but I'm not sure how hard that would be for you to put together. If possible, that would be my first choice. I've been on other people's panels before talking about wrestling, giving opinions, talking about speculation and stuff. It wouldn't be that hard because I do have people in mind. I do have people in mind about like who I want. By the way, my chat, not my chat. The commenters, they actually threw Disco Inferno's name into the hat, and they also included Joe Feeney into the hat too. And I was like, man, Disco Inferno will be like a very interesting like name to have on the panel. It would be very interesting. I do watch K100. I do watch Conan's podcast. So I am familiar with like all three of them. And plus anyway, Conan is a legend in the business. Disco Inferno is WCW. But I found that, I have this big ass cheesy smile. Oh yes, you did. Jamie did. I didn't remember who did. But see, I shouted you out. I shouted you out in my, in my newsletter to like my readers and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's that. I don't know. It makes me like cheesy smile because that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But then again, I like to collaborate with like different voices, different minds, what up, Temple? I actually enjoy AEW, but I think they need more stories. If you don't like AEW, don't watch Simple. No. We are not doing that here. We're not doing that. If you don't like AEW, don't watch Simple. No. We are here to give constructive criticism because if obviously if you don't like something, don't watch it, don't review it if you're not like going to make content out of it. But if we all agree that AEW is needed in the wrestling ecosystem, telling fans that have grievances, like legit grievances, that don't like the product, to tell them not to watch does a disservice. It does a disservice. College Wrestling Guy says, I have a theory. I think the AEW ratings are affected by the fans' employment status. What? I think most work in retail or in food service and they have Wednesdays off and work other days. Ratings impacted. That's a very interesting theory. That would be a nice social experiment. That would be a nice social experiment. How do I save that? Can I not just like copy this? that is a okay, hold on. I gotta learn like the shortcuts to like screenshot stuff, but like that is a very, very good like social experiment that can happen one day. Or even like a retrospect. So I am going to screenshot that because that's making me think right now. That'll be a good panel question too, you know. But I don't know. That'll be a good panel question. If people simply don't watch AEW, then it will eventually go away. Stop telling people to do that if you love AEW. MD, I don't know why you watch it every week against your will, sir. I don't think I don't think they know how the business works. If they did, they wouldn't be here. AEW and other wrestling shows are like TV shows. Would you continue to watch a series 3 episodes in if you don't like it? I don't think I think you all would. Okay, so listen. Usually the rule of 3 applies. If you can't vibe after 3 episodes, it's time to move on. Most people can't. Okay, so listen. As much as I say that there is faults in all wrestling. I don't see people reviewing WWE and bashing them when they do shit shows, but when AEW do it, everyone comes together to shit on the product. Because it is off. The product is off. WWE has their like faults and stuff like that, but it's not so obvious. It's not on a big screen. It's not on a big scale for that, you know? So that's why a lot of people flock to AEW because it is so blatantly obvious that there are stuff that needs to be fixed. And in 5 years, it hasn't been fixed. WWE has like fix their faults. Yes, we can like pick and choose and, you know, cherry pick the faults, but it's going to be very, very little compared to AEW. So what I'm going to say is that while yes, a regular TV show, if you're not vibing with it, you usually like don't, you know, end up watching it. But this is professional wrestling where it's way more unique than a regular like television show on HBO or Netflix or something. You know, it's going to stay there. And by the way, when people don't watch a show, it usually gets canceled. But wrestling is continue to go on for so long, for 5 years, that like AEW fans want a change. That's the difference. AEW fans want a change for the product. That's why they still watch it. They haven't done a shit show in over a year, and they got called all the time on bad segments and blown spots. Exactly. I don't hate watch. I'm like, yo, this needs to be fixed. Guys, throw me some ideas. How can we fix this? I think that's why if AEW switches on a Tuesday night, the fans are working those days and already told their bosses they wanted Wednesdays off to watch the show. That's the sense I can make of it. You know, to be honest, I believe I saw that like a long time ago about how like some people do ask for like Wednesdays off when they're working so they can watch like AEW and stuff. So, college guy, I am going to screenshot your follow-up explanation. Because again, it is very interesting to talk about that, and from an employment standpoint of like, hey, like, do people really like say, can I get this day off? I do know that wrestling fans will ask their boss to get the Wrestle Kingdom off or WrestleMania off, like those seasons. So yeah, college guy, like, I fucking love that you're here, man. I definitely, MD, you do. AEW fans did the same thing to WWE in 2020 and 2021 and kind of 2022. Plus, do y'all think I'm going to pass on the opportunity to watch Camila's? MD, stop it. I'm not one to go on Bash Wrestling Company on YouTube. I stopped watching WWE because I didn't like it. Now I watch AEW, but it has become unwatchable at times. See? See, that listen, that's all I want, is just to get to the heart of like being truthful and saying that, and saying that it has become unwatchable at times. That's all I want. That, like, I wish that more fans can like come to the table and be like, look, man, I watch it, but it is unwatchable because of X, Y, and Z. And I wish that the X, Y, and Z can change. And let's talk about that change, man. I feel like I'm going to tell you guys to vote me for like creative president for AEW. Maple Leaf Wrestling, the 2 shows they did this week was better than any Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and any AEW show, hands down. I have yet to see Maple Leaf Wrestling. I can't really, I can't really speak on it. I do want to say that Trevor Lee and Stu Grayson. Both of those guys are amazing to watch do chain wrestling, and I love chain wrestling. Feel free to do so. I like throwing some intellectual talk here and there when I can. Thank you, college guy, because that really, like, I really like it. When does that happen? I don't even know. The only way I see change, and this is probably not going to happen, is if Tony lets go of his head of creative power. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we know. We know, Sean. We know, Sean. MD, be nice. Be nice, MD. Be nice. Okay. Okay, so as you know, in my Discord, Dr. White Chocolate, you are amazing. I already have screenshots, but thank you for putting that into the Discord. We could get more discussion going. This is why I say that you're the best, man. You're the best. AEW Sue Hotshotted. Yes. AEW Sue Hotshotted. It is. Too many drop storylines. Oh my God. Listen, if we ever have a discussion about the too many drop storylines, it will be like a 5-hour long AEW pay-per-view conversation. Okay? It will be a 5-hour long pay-per-view. The confusing storyline of MJF and Adam Cole. Definitely, man. That's so confusing. You also hate how you enjoy something one of the wrestlers is doing and then they disappear for 3 months. Yes. Yes. So all of that right there will be like 10 hours. Yes, Sean, we know. We know that Tony Khan has the biggest ego. Oh my God. Cool. I remember when it was just me and you in the chat. Yeah, man. Yeah. I came a very, very, very long way. Anyway, so yeah, the options are to have a panel or to interview individual guests. I believe that having a panel might be the best way to go. But of course, if you guys are in the Discord, you guys can tell me and stuff like that. For what, for what we need. Tony Khan is MD. So if you don't like AEW, why would you go out of your way to waste 3 hours or less of your day to watch a wrestling product? If you don't like it, go watch something else. Again, Tempo, I am going to say this again. Let me clarify something. in 2019, um, in 2019, I was a day one AEW fan and I watched the product through and through. Maybe like 2.5 years in, I took off the rose colored glasses and realized that this is not what it should have been, right? So I stopped watching. I still don't watch a full episode because you really don't need to watch a full episode to know what is going on. So basically, it's not about me watching something I don't like. It's about me watching something to tell fans that, hey, this needs to be improved. Because I do not say, this sucked, that sucked, let's move on to something else. I don't do that. What I do is, I basically say, guys, let's watch this. Let's talk about it. Let me break down, what's wrong with it. Let me give AEW some ideas. Even if AEW and Tony Khan don't listen to me, I know that the footage is out there. I know that my voice is out there. I know that people can be like, yes or no. So it's about like improving AEW. That's what it is. It's improving AEW because I care about wrestling. My background, for anybody that do not know who I am Marie Shadows. I am a former WWE employee, now turned podcaster, now turned interviewer. I do media press for MOW. I've helped set up rings. I've helped, bring fans to their seats on the indies. I do commentary on the indies. Like, I love professional wrestling. Professional wrestling is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my career. This is what I love. And if I can help wrestlers and if I can help professional wrestling fans just enjoy wrestling a little bit more without the tribalism, without the stupidity, without the toxicity, then I am here and you are here for a reason. And that's what it is. I don't understand why, Temple has to repeat the same things over and over and over again, as if it's hard of hearing to be like, the Square Circle podcast represents the analytical side of the business, represents how to fix professional wrestling if I need to give my voice to how to fix it, and basically review shows, talk about wrestlers, talk about the fandom, make sure that the wrestling community knows that, we shouldn't have a label on ourselves because it's not everybody. There are people that want wrestling to succeed. There are people that, love this. I love this. And I remember you, and basically I remember you, Temple Play. I do remember you. And most of the times it's like, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch. If you don't like it, don't watch. I could say the same thing to you about, coming into my live stream and coming into my chat, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually having a conversation with you because I welcome, anybody that comes into my chat to ask me those kind of questions, to basically try to troll me when I'm like, bro, you can't fucking troll me. I'm from New York City. Like, you can't fucking do that shit. So I am here to talk to everybody in my chat and to let them know what's up. Whether you have a good take, a bad take, an ugly take, if it's straight up rude, you're out of here. Well, rude as in you cross the line and you curse somebody out and, you're bashing somebody for the sake of bashing somebody, but not contributing to the conversation. So you're out. But I want to give people a voice, a chance to chat with me because not every content creator does that. Most content creators won't even look at their chat, Most content creators would be like, oh my God, he's talking mean, he's talking bad, or that person, said something I don't like, kick them out. No. We're here to have a conversation. We're here to basically, want to make wrestling better because we created this. We should help improve it. There should be accountability for everything. And this is why conversations like this is needed. And by the way, I do want to shout out Denisha. Denisha, I love you. I really, really do. I love the hard work that you do, but whatever you do, do not time out Temple yet. Because I want to see if he hears me and he understands my message. And I usually don't kicking people out and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like, there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing of like what I do about my show. I'm not like every other content creator out there. I'm a different type of content creator that wants to have conversation with the chat, that wants to have conversation with people that say, if you don't like AEW, don't watch it, because then we could get to the actual problem of not only how you feel about it, but also the problem of AEW and like what that represents. And I was, fuck, I totally forgot where I was going with this. This is that tribalism that I was talking about. And this is like the gatekeeping that I was talking about online as well when I get the chance to talk about it. It's about like, why would somebody waste their time to try to tell somebody, if you don't like something, don't watch it, but you don't even support all of my live streams or all of my past videos to truly know what I'm about. But you want to come in and think that I'm like every other content creator out there that bashes the show and I have to watch it because I'm, under contract or getting money, and whatnot. But like, I'm not. I do this because I love it. I do it because I want to make sure that AEW improves. I do it because I want to make sure that wrestling fans like Temple Play know that they are welcome into the community. We are welcome to, disagree with each other, right? But it makes no sense to waste your time if you think that I'm wasting my time by talking about AEW when I don't even bash them. And if you don't know my previous work, to come in there to say that shit, it's basically like wasting your own time. Yo, Sean, thank you for being here from all the way from Hawaii, man. I appreciate you for that. Like, thank you. To be honest, it's hard to keep up with wrestling YouTube. Well, wrestling YouTube, yeah, it is. Listen, just if you can't keep up with all the wrestling YouTube stuff, just stick to the ones that and then branch out slowly when like somebody else doesn't basically create content. I love that, Jamie. Disagreement creates new ideas. I love that. I love that. Having legitimate criticism isn't bashing. Exactly. So I hope that Temple Place hears that, because in the past, Temple Place would just be like, yo, why are you watching this if you don't like it? Why are you blah, 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 blah? Like, bro. Okay. Let me go back up and read the comments. Disconnect creates content. That's true too. When you think of AEW's original purpose, it was to show why Tony was a better boss than Vince. He copies other successful promoters but failed at all of them. Now WWE is successful. Tony is directionless. Point. Yes. Because I watch wrestling with a community of people. It's always cool to watch wrestling with a group of people who like wrestling. MD is right on the button. TKO owns WWE as well as UFC, and TKO today just said that they barred out bull riding. So TKO is going to have WWE, UFC, and bull riding, which is amazing. Definitely 100. Okay, only time I watch anything is with the group. Yeah, sometimes watching watching it solo is sort of like, it's okay. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Yeah, Temple definitely wants to be the bigger person so bad. Wrestling isn't just like other TV shows. Wrestling has a very ingrained history in its fandom that sometimes goes back generationally, unless we're talking Gunsmoke or The Simpsons. That is very rare. Yes. The snowflake, the snowflake wrestling creators. We know who they are. Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, what up, Javi? Thank you for joining the chat, joining the stream. Screw Solo, my guy is Jacob Fatu on SmackDown, and Raw, my guy is Bronson Reed. Those are very, 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 very good picks. By the way, I did interview Jacob Fatu twice before he went to WWE, which is in my back catalog. Um, and even then, it's what, 20 years. Some of us grew up watching the career of Dusty Rhodes, etc., and have followed wrestling as far back as our grandparents. That's a lot of your life experiences intertwined. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. Uh, I've only been on wrestling YouTube for legit a year now. Most content creators are booty juice. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. Yeah. Yo, Lucy, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat and the stream. Tony Khan is a cosplayer. He doesn't have a genuine bone in his body. Yeah. I gave out the weakest to agree with that, but I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Rodeos are fun, but they stink. Tony Khan is on play easy mode on wrestling. Oh God. That's great. Every single week I'm about to stop watching AEW for real. Everyone says that. You could replace AEW with WWE and everyone says that, man. Yo, Ray Clark, thank you for joining us right here on the Square Circle Podcast on YouTube. Thank you. While Tony was a wrestling fan at heart and in an amazing position to do what he did, he cared enough to follow through. But wrestling business is a very multi-layered, political, changing landscape. Correct. Circling back to AEW and New Japan, I wish AEW had a dojo system like New Japan, where the tough training sessions, it would help weed out the guys who are not serious and want to fool around. Correct. Yes. Rodeos have great chicks. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I know people like Tony Khan from his hometown. They're not great people. What? That is a statement, MD. Like that's a statement, man. All right. So, okay. To recap, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Discord. If you guys don't know about it, right? I am going to send you guys the link to the Discord. There's the link to the Discord, right? And if you guys want to follow my newsletter as well, you guys could do that too. So the link to the Discord and the link to the newsletter is there. You can give me your ideas, suggestions about how to proceed with this, because I would love to have a very awesome conversation about the state of AEW with other people on the roundtable, like an actual conversation about what can be done better. You know, the questions I went through, the stuff that I put on Discord and stuff like that, because I really want our voices to be heard. Again, whether or not AEW Tony Khan, listens to it, but it's about time. It's 5 years. By the way, we cannot be using the 5-year thing as a crutch for AEW when we're like, yo, this has to change. But somebody is like, oh my God, they've been around for 5 years. Give them a break. No, Tony Khan has all the funds in the world, and it feels like money grows on trees. Why is he not investing in his talent? Why is he not investing in getting a training facility? Why is he not investing in actually good story writers that have really good accomplishments and not just awards? Why is he hiring his friends? Why is he hiring fans and influencers on the internet that don't have the credentials to perform correctly in the wrestling business? Meaning, like, working shows, paying their dues, even though I'm like 50-50 on like that kind of rhetoric. But like, why are you hiring people that are not fit for the job? So it's those type of conversations, right? And it's also those type of talking points that, like, again, we have to stop using that AEW is 5 years old. Who gives a shit? They are further along than most companies. Most companies don't last like 5 years, So it's like, you got to stop using that as a crutch. You can't use that. Tony Khan has all the money in the world and whatnot, and hasn't truly invested in making AEW better than anything else. And the true alternative to WWE, which is not deathmatch wrestling. I love you guys. I love you guys in the chat. Few months ago in a wrestling forum, I asked what's the background of AEW stories. For example, with the Bryan versus Ospreay match, and they answered me with, "Well, the story is who's a better wrestler." Yeah, you can't do that either. Like, I'm tired of that. The main storyline, what's the word I'm looking for? Tropes. Yeah, the main storyline tropes are the who's better than who. And are you my friend or not my friend? Are you with me or against me? Or I'm the CEO. I run everything, but hasn't truly been the CEO. Hasn't like fully come into character of what the CEO means. A lot of the hot shotting plays right into so many of the talent having hands on their booking, which I don't like. I don't like that. And or so much say, which while sounds great on paper, leads to a lot of combustible situations. Yes, not everything is good to execute from the paper. MD, stop that. Dude, if I want to be, if I want to be who is better than other, I go watch MMA or boxing. Exactly. MMA and boxing is for those stories. You can't rely on those stories for wrestling like that. Exactly, right? This dude can't win despite having all the cheat codes. That's true. Yo, good point, man. Good point. That dude can't win despite having all the cheat codes. Oh my God. I feel like I should screenshot that. I know you're gonna do it for me, but I'm gonna screenshot it for my own thing because I love it, man. That should be like on a t-shirt. That should be merch. You know, like he has all the cheat codes, but he can't win. Fucking love it. I fucking love it, man. He has the money cheat, he has the talent cheat, he has a television cheat, and then he still can't win. Like, what is that? What is that? Saying crap in a crappy promotion by a crappy promoter. Listen, it's too fantasy booking. We could say that. Yeah, we definitely know about that. He doesn't want a training facility because it would be one more thing he has to manage, and it's not fun stuff. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to manage a training facility. He could put like Goldust to do it. He could put QT Marshall to do it, even though he's at the Nightmare Factory. But like Jerry Lynn could do it. You know, it doesn't have to be him. Before you know it, it's about to be 8 years since AEW started. Yeah, man. 5 years motto doesn't play when most staggering issues that every promotion and or promoter in the history of wrestling has no effect on Tony and AEW. They have money, period. That's all it is. It's money. I bet Tony Khan got a phony. What? Got a pony. Oh my God, I said phony. Got a pony from his dad for his birthday. Sir, I don't know, man. We've only had 12 years. Be nice. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Right? CE, no. Yeah, we definitely know. Championship titles are more of a prop nowadays instead of prestige historic moments anymore. And that is exactly what's happening in AEW, those championship titles. Also, I'm so tired of seeing local jobbers on the shows, but he already has a bloated roster. Make it make sense? Yeah. Oh, I have no idea what Rob said. Sorry for my grammar writing on a tablet. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, Javi. No problem. I would like to see how Tony would have tried a business conversation with all the top people in TKO and see how that all ends. Nah, man. No. I believe Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes and the AEW wrestling took advantage of his family and his money. Probably not Cody, but the other ones and everyone else probably did. Okay, so again, recap. I honestly want to do this with everyone involved. Just give me the grace of like planning this out over the next couple of days to see how I want it to go and like how it's going to work. But I do want to do this. This is something that I really, really, really want to do. The conversation that we're currently having right now is fantastic and I fucking love it. So I am hyped. I think we should do this because, you know, I want to help. Now, the second part of this live stream is it's us going to be reacting to the AEW Dynamite segments. And I cannot show you the segment because then Don Stevens will come after me. Do I want Don Stevens to come after me? No, but at the same time, it is under fair use. But does AEW understand that? No. Does TBS understand that? No. Does Don Stevens understand that? No, because they have to do a job. Does Warner Brothers Discovery understand that? No. Under the Fair Use Act, if I am transforming the video into educational purposes by pausing it, stopping, commenting on it, I'm making a brand new kind of content with it. That is what fair use is. So I will not be showing the footage. We're gonna have to hear the stuff. So what I'm going to do is go over the Kyle Fletcher segment. I'm gonna go over the Kyle Fletcher segment. By the way, can anybody in chat confirm to me that Ospreay has not been on AEW Dynamite for the past 2 weeks? Can somebody confirm that for me? Because I feel like he hasn't been on AEW Dynamite for the past 2 weeks. So we'll watch the Kyle Fletcher. We will watch the Jon Moxley stuff. And I think, oh, and also talk a little bit about the Young Bucks and Private Party and that stupid stipulation that they put. Fucking stupid. He hasn't been on since he lost the belt. Okay, so yeah, okay, I was right. Eventually AEW is going to shut down. I don't know about that, man. By the way, don't fucking clip that. Don't take it out of context. I am reading chat. I don't know, dude. I mean, they've been going strong. So, I don't know. We'll see. AEW did a great thing a few weeks ago. Deactivate the FTW title. Yeah. Cody Rhodes did take advantage of Tony Khan. Cody held up. Oh, didn't. I'm going to read it again. Cody Rhodes didn't take advantage of Tony Khan. Cody held up his end of the bargain. However, the Young Bucks and Kenny are definitely taking advantage of Tony Khan. We could definitely see that. What? OC Killer. What the hell? You're making stuffed peppers? I don't, like, I just want to put it out there. I don't make stuffed peppers in my house. Peppers, like, I have to have peppers in a stew. So, like, beef stew, chicken stew, peppers could go with, like, a whole chicken if I'm baking it. I just can't do stuffed peppers like that. Don abuses the YouTube copyright system all the time. Almost kills Stevie Richards on YouTube. And that is why you put it behind a paywall, unfortunately. Yes, we do know that she is the worst. Oh, and by the way, when I watched the Kyle Fletcher segment, I was thinking on Callum Newman too. It's your turn, Callum. He hasn't been on. Okay, I said that. Okay, so Wrestle Dream. Yeah, man, Private Party. Shut down because of ratings, empty seats at live shows, and most of all, the budget being lost because how much it costs to afford on setting up shows that nobody wants to see live or on TV. So, oh yeah, I'll take a smash burger, bro. I will take a smash burger. I would love that. But Sean, back to your comment. I totally get that. But Warner Brothers Discovery like gave them the deal and they're still on. But I totally get that. I see that. Okay, so It has been an hour and 38 minutes, right? We have not taken a break yet. So what we're going to do is that we are going to take a break. I need to stretch my legs. I need to get like brand new, fresh, cold water. Maybe have a snack if I have a snack around, which I really don't have too many snacks. But we are going to take a mini little break. When we come back, we're going straight into the AEW segments and do a summary, and we're gonna be good. But I do love you guys. If you have not hit that like button, make sure to hit that like button for me, please, because it will definitely help out. For the time being, let me switch out the picture before I do anything. Please do not fuck up, OBS. OBS, don't fuck up. Okay, because I was about to say, like, listen, OBS, I don't know what's up with you.